What's up, you guys? This is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on Jurassic Kill, we are going to be doing a very highly requested video. And surprisingly enough, this was almost as much requested as a Mesa Prime or Baruch customization video. So I figured that since it's the holidays, why don't we go ahead and get our operators dressed to kill too? So today we are going to be taking a look at all of the Fortuna customizations as well as the Ventkin customizations for our operators. So like I was saying, we're going to start off with the main Fortuna ones, then we'll do Vent Kids last, just in case you guys wanted to get an idea of the order. But for those of you guys who are curious about my main customization, yes, I am still using the Commodore Prime outfit, which came with Zephyr Prime access, as well as all of the customizations from the latest Mesa Prime access. So if you're curious as to what you're looking at, that is what is going on there. So let's go ahead and jump into this setup, and let me tell you, mentally, I was talking a lot of shit because in previous, well, I guess you would say operator customizations, I was not impressed. I was not impressed at all with some of the other ones. That's why there was no dedicated video made on those. I was like, they all kind of look lumpy and bumpy. The textures are weird, but holy shit, DE stepped up their game big time when they started creating these ones. In fact, for the most part, I like them all. So as you can see right now, we are taking a look at the Haztech set. We have the Haztech mask, Curious, Pauldrons, and Greaves. The one thing that I'm not showing off is actually my least favorite of this, which is the Haztech, I guess you would say, apparel? Or no, actually, wait, the Haztech one does, yeah, it does, right here. Here's the apparel. I don't know if I like that. It's a little... I think I was saying it before, it feels kind of like you're gonna try to assault people with your penis. You're just kind of flip-flopping it around. So for me, that's not necessarily the most attractive thing ever, but you have the option of leaving it out. And the cool thing is when you do leave it out, you get this whole center section with all of the metallics that is no longer covered up, and I actually really like the strappiness of it. So for me, I would run the Haztech. Look at the wires coming down into the arms. Look at the knee plates. I am really freaking liking it. Now, I will say I don't like it with the mask on. It's a little too intense for me. In fact, it kind of reminds me of an old episode of Doctor Who that I was not so fond of. But as you can see right here, I think the overall look is great if you keep the hood closed and you don't select the waistband. That's my personal preference, but let's go ahead and move into the next set, which is going to be the Outrider. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this I think is my least favorite of the bunch, surprisingly. I think that when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be the one that I really, really like. But kind of like having it on and just, you know, getting the feel for it, the shape isn't necessarily my favorite shape of the bunch. Let me just double, triple check to see if we have, where are the leggings? HLMNO. Are there no? Oh, no, wait. I'm looking at the wrong area. My bad. Let's see, LMNO. Where are you? Where are you, pants? Well, I should probably just type it in, but I'm really, really stubborn. So this is what you get sometimes. There's the Outrider Greaves. Now, for some reason, for me, I'm just not a big fan of the... I don't know, the shape of it feels a little bit odd, but I do kind of like this weird respirator looking thing. I think that's also another thing, is like you get that weird respirator that sits on there that clearly works into like a back tank, but when you do the hood closed, you don't see the respirator on. So I'm kind of like, ugh. But I will say, the Outrider mask, when you attach it to other customizations, and maybe we'll go ahead and take a look at that. When we go ahead and take a look at the Outrider mask, it's really, really cool to have that hat kind of like flopping down there, like the little neck kerchief, I guess you would say. And apparently there is nothing for the waistband when it comes to the Outrider set, which was what was fucking me up earlier. Ooh, but there's some things that I want to try on it, but we'll take a look at that when we get to it. So moving on, the next look, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. This shit looks good. This shit looks good, but I'm not super fond of the pants. So the Smelter is the next set that we're taking a look at. I tried this on and I was like, oh, I need to reconsider. I need to reconsider what's going on when it comes to the fashion framing, because I did not think it was this good. So as you can see, I think the top half I'm very, very fond of. I love this kind of like chest piece armor thing. I love the little glowing bit that they've got in there. Really, really like the way it looks, but I feel like the legs are a little too heavy for me. If that's not an issue with you, then no big deal, but I do like these like little leg divots that they have here. I love the armor chest piece. I wish it was a little bit heavier on the shoulders, but besides that, it's fine. The one thing that I will say is, let me put on the waistband before I move on to this. I don't like the way that fits. Maybe in a different stance that would look better. In fact, let's go ahead and try a different stance real fast, because I know I'm using the Naramon stance, which I think a lot of people are not very, very fond of. I like it because, I mean, maybe in the Materai, maybe with the Materai, I don't like it. I'm just gonna say no to it. I'm not fond of the waistband on this one. I think it's just a little bit odd, if I'm gonna be honest with you. So no on the Smelter, but then you get to see the little belt buckle and you get to see more of the cool legs. So I'm gonna say pass on that. However, when you put the Smelter mask down, I don't usually like running with the mask down, but this made me think about it, because I was like, oh, damn it, it looks so badass. I like it a lot. But real quick, before we move along, let's go ahead and take a look at how the Outrider mask looks on it. The Outrider mask with the hood down, isn't it so cute? It's like the little hat just rests in the back part. I love it. It's so cute. You get a little kerchief around the neck. Okay. Even though I didn't like the Outrider much at all, I have to admit that I really like the little style of that. So we're gonna go ahead and move into, there's one more one that if I'm not crazy, which is, because there's the Vent Pobber, there's the Vent Rat, but isn't there another one, or am I absolutely crazy? Because we covered Smelter, we covered Outrider, we covered the Haztech. That's 3. There's one more, isn't there? That's just regular old. Maybe it's just the regular Vent Rat ones. So let's go ahead and try those ones on real quick. And the Vent Rat ones, I actually really, really like the kind of headband thing that they've got going on. In fact, I like the whole outfit from this one. It's got some really, really good texturing, and I want to see if we can kind of get a little bit of a close-up for it. Thank you for whoever just came through and followed me on Twitch. I appreciate that. But as you can see right here, we've got Vent Rat Greaves. Like, the whole Vent Rat look looks really, really nice to me. And look at the texturing on the legs. I love it when they do really, really nice textured fabrics. I love the texture on the back. I love the texture on the legs. Look at the way that it gathers. It's so freaking cool. And you look like a little commando, which I really, really like. So let's go ahead. Oh, wait, I did do the Smelter. Okay, good. I was worried for a second. I was like, did you do the Smelter waist thing? Yeah, I did the Smelter waist thing, and it was ugly. And there doesn't seem to be a Vent Rat themed waistband for this one. There is a Vent Pobber one, which we'll take a look at in a bit, as well as the Kubrodon one, which is really, really cute. What is this Sino Apparel one? Whatever it is, it looks crazy. See, this is what I was talking about. Like, the old customizations just were not that great. But as you can see right here, I think the Vent Rat one is one of my favorites. You just look like a commando. Let's close it there. You get a cool face mask, but, you know, to follow suit, like I said, one of my favorites, Outrider. It even looks cool with the Outrider down like that, but, you know, when you have it open, you just have a little hat that flops there. I know, I'm really, really dumb, but let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And we will go and take a look at the Kubrodon Vent Kid stuff. This one I actually haven't fully put on, so you're gonna get, you know, a live reaction to it. And which one was this? Kubrodon? Yes, this was Kubrodon. I don't know how I feel about it so far, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The other ones I was really definitely taken aback by, but so far, maybe I'm just judging. I'm not really liking it so much. I'm liking the headpiece a lot. I think the headpiece is very, very interesting. I do like the metallics though, but as you can see, the metallics definitely changed areas. So let's go ahead and change that around real quick before I make any, you know, rash judgments. I don't like the leather texture is cool. Look at the little faces on the knees. They look like little little clems, just little clems all over you. Let me go ahead and alter this real quick. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the metallics. Is this, Are you the metallics? Okay, they swapped around the coloration. Okay, I'm gonna say it doesn't look as bad. It's very Mad Maxy to me though. It's very, very Mad Maxy to me, which I don't necessarily love, but I don't necessarily hate it either. I think that now that we've swapped around the colors, it's a little bit better. But we do want to look at this, because take a look at that. That's super, super dope. I love the addition of these ones as belts. However, it does look a little thick along the waist. I wish that it kind of like merged in a little bit better, because it does kind of stick out quite a bit. But yeah, the feeling in this one is definitely very, very Mad Max-ish. Let's go ahead and close the hood. Still not my favorites, but I am liking it better now that we've gone ahead and swapped some colors around. I know some people who love this style though, so can't really take it away from them. And then of course Outrider mask. It looks weird though, because now the neck thing, oh my god, that looks even cooler with the hat, because it's like the hat's on top of the clump. Anyway, I'm getting carried away. Let's reel it in. And then we've got the vent Pobber. Wait a second, is the only one that's weird is the Kubrodon one? Okay, we're gonna have to swap around some colors yet again. But now we're gonna look at we're gonna look at the vent Pobber one. This one's actually feeling a little bit better, even though, or not feeling better. I'm gonna say feeling more like my style. We'll change around the colors in a hot second before we make a final feeling on it. Pobber. This is Pobber, right? Yeah, this is Pobber. Vent Pobber. Vent Pobber. Oh my god, this is the one with the cool little thing. Okay, I think we've got it all. Vent Pobber, Pobber, Pobber. All right, let's change the primary color back into what I think it was before, because I can't really remember, to be honest with you. I think it was like one of this, probably, most likely. And then the lining color to this. Yeah, it's weird that one had just like a really alternate color to it. Again, this one is very like techie. I'm not sure if I like the stripes on the boots part. I think it's a little bit like, you know what this reminds me of? It kind of makes me think of like a mad scientist. So if you're looking for a really cool mad scientist look, actually, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of something that you would see in Borderlands. It feels very, very Borderlandish. And look, you have a little stuffed toy. You have a little floof that's attached to you right there. Okay, admittedly, while the Vent Kids specific customizations were not necessarily my favorite of the bunch, I have to say the belts on them are dope, because take a look at this fucking bag, man. That is like that looks really, really good. The textures on it are fantastic. Textures on this are fantastic as well too. Is this me, or is this like, does that look kind of like a halfway done oh my god, what is it? Oh god, I'm gonna kill myself. Well, not kill myself. I'm going to be very frustrated with myself if I can't remind it. It's like the two strap ones that go like all the way down. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. So definitely not my favorite of the bunch, but I can definitely see the really cool work that people have put into this one. A lot of really nice detail when it comes to the metallic texturings and these belts. Whoo, and those little dangling. Like, I wish that why can't they have a Sugatra that's just that? Telling ya. And I do love the kind of like ties on the arms. Now, if I'm gonna say you guys should check out anything, I would definitely check out the main sets. I think my favorites of the bunch are definitely the Haztech, the Haztech and Vent Rat. Haztech and Vent Rat are definitely my two favorite sets of the bunch. So in case you guys want to go ahead and check those out, those are going to be my suggestions so far. But you know what? Go ahead and leave down in the comments below which ones you guys really, really enjoyed, because there are definitely some nice looks to pretty much every single one of these things, and there's a lot of great mixing and matching that you can do with all of them. I still love the texture of those, like of those things. And look, this is the Pobber Vent Kids belts, or the apparel, and it's not bad layering it on other things. So you can see it sitting there right now, and it's not as obtrusive as some of the other ones. Here's the Kubrodon Vent Kids one. It's weird that this one doesn't take a color, which is kind of like frustrating, but again, it's not as obtrusive as some of the other apparel sections. So definitely check those ones out if you're just trying to like purchase piece by piece or whatnot. So that's that for you guys. I hope you guys found that helpful. I hope you guys are happy to see it in different customizations, because I know straight out of the gate when I saw the colorizations that they had done on it, I wasn't super impressed. I was like, oh, it always looks weird, I don't like it. But now getting to actually see it in kind of like my style of colorization, I was like, oh, this is actually really, really nice. I'm gonna have to go ahead and play around with all of these ones. They're all available in the market in bundles. I don't know if you can buy them individually, but you can also craft them from each of the individual syndicates. I believe one is just with the Vent Kids. Is this all with the Vent Kids? Am I crazy? Oh, some is from the Vent Kids, some is from Solaris. So go ahead and check out those two syndicates if you do not want to pay for these with plats. However, I think it's really cool. Oh, look at their hands! Look at their hands! Anyway, I'm getting carried away, so I'm gonna end it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this helped you guys make some looks so good. Okay, real quick though, let's talk about the hair real fast, because I know I just kind of like skipped over it. The new hairstyles, some of them are really, really cool. I know I said I was going to end the video, and then I just decided not to. Thank you for whoever came through and just followed. I'm actually going to do one without a hood real quick, because I completely forgot. I was like, oh my god, we need to talk about this. Can I just do a none? There you go. So let's go ahead and take a look at the hair real fast. These are all selectable once you actually get in there. Appearance. This is still my favorite hair set. I do have a new favorite hair, not a new favorite hairstyle, but it's a new style that I am really, really fond of. So that's the one that I really like for my operator right now. That's one of the standard ones. And then I kind of really like this, but not with this coloration. It's really weird because some of the hair tips / hair highlights, you notice the hair tips are not actually the hair tips. That's like the hair mid-lengths. So if you want to do something like that, you can create a really nice gradient with it. You just have to play around with placement, because some of the placements are a little bit odd. So the hair highlight is still really, really bright at the tips. I'll just tone that down for a second. So this looks kind of weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, it looks kind of weird, but when you kind of zoom out a little bit, it looks better. My only kind of critique on this is like the hairline is a little weird and sparse. I don't know if that's something that they can kind of play around with and fix. However, this is definitely going to be my favorite of the bunch, because, you know, I do tend to run a more, I guess you would say, a more masculine looking operator, or as masculine as it can be. However, there are a couple things that I really, really did like in here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hairstyles real quick. So that's one of the new ones. We also have this one here, but I feel like I look too Fabio-esque with it, so it's definitely not going to be one of the ones that I rush off to. Moving along, I believe that this one is a new... I don't know if that one's a new one. I feel like that one might be one of the older ones. But this is definitely one of the new ones. I love the texture on this. Okay, see, this one, look, the hairline on this one is so much better than the other one. The other one's really sad. This one, again, has that really odd hairline texture, where it looks like, I'm gonna be honest, it looks kind of like nose hairs growing out of your head, but the rest of the hair texture is very, very pretty. So you can actually see the ponytail. You can spin it too, by the way. And then you can see the really individual sections. If I was gonna use this, I would have to do a little bit of a better job blending the selected colors that I had. This one is, again, the longer, the mid-length, I guess you would call it, the mid-length Fabio look. We also have this one right here with the little bun. So just in case you want to rock a man bun, in case you want to rep for your Baruch, you can go ahead and do that as well. This one is really, really cool. And keep in mind with this, you can actually go ahead and flip the part. Oh wait, or maybe you can't flip the part, because some of these you can't flip the parts with. But I think that one looks absolutely awesome. A little less nose hairy on the hairline, which I'm definitely fond of. This one is just weird to me. I think that they might have messed up the textures here, because very, very clearly we have the normal texture up top, and then we have these weird side texture things. I don't know. That looks like a mistake, because in the picture it's very, very different. All right, so these ones I haven't purchased. I'm going to show these 3 in a row because I feel like they're very similar. Actually, let's go ahead and move on from this one to this one. Let's see if it's the same issue. Yeah, it's the same issue. So this one and this one has the same weird, I have a plastic thing around my head issue. And then this one is kind of like the not as crazy off to the side version of that one. I kind of like that one better. You kind of look cooler. But anyway, This one I actually really like. I'd have to select the right colors for it. But I think it's kind of cool to like have the sides like really short and have this kind of really cool pony to it. That one I like. I like this one too, but there's just not as much hair density on it. So as you can see, this one's like definitely like fuller and floofier. This one isn't as floofy, doesn't have as much. And then this one's got the most like volume onto it. So as you can see, all of that, and you just kind of got to go through and blend the hair a little bit better to make it look nice. And then see, it's still got that weird texture. Yeah, we need to call DE because there's some issues going on with there. But again, another variation of the man bun, which I like so much. Actually, the any person bun. Let me correct myself. And then again, the longer ponytail kind of hair right there. So that's, the video went on for way too long. I'm gonna go ahead and shut my mouth right now. We're gonna go ahead and toss that back on real quick, and then we'll toss on a headpiece so that you guys can take a look at what it looks like when you've actually got things on your head. There you go, kind of peeks out a little bit. You know what I like about some of these customizations is you look kind of like an X-Men. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up. I hope that helped you guys with some of your, look, you look so cool, with some of your customization decisions. But that about does it for me for now. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. This is the second to last day of No to WeHo. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. So as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll chat with you guys next time. Bye-bye.